Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from down under. Welcome to Wolfpac in the Outback 2. We are here again at Wolfpac in the Outback, where realistically we're just looking for a better show than last time. This time last year when this show aired, it ended WIW. We're hoping to use this show as a landmark to show the progress we have made whilst putting on an amazing show, because we've got 7 incredible matches all stacked up for you this evening. Starting off with John Cutter coming down to the ring. And see, this was an interesting match. See, John Cutter and Murica both requested this match. They have asked, since things haven't been going great between them, they want to get into the ring and clear the air. If you haven't been following the story so far, John Cutter and Murica have been tag team partners since they came to WIW. They've been both working together. They both came from similar upbringings. And they've just been good friends, and they've worked through the tag division. And in the trial era, they were doing great as a team. They worked well together, and all was well. However, it did not last, because as soon as the trial era finished, that's really when their great tag team runs came to an end, struggling to pick up wins. Their first win only coming 2 weeks ago, but even that ended up in arguments between these two. So now they've decided to settle this in the ring in an attempt to salvage their friendship, and it's a long friendship as well. The Team Brendan team are eager to patch things up and push on, especially with a growing tag team. They can't afford to not be on the same side for as long as this. And Murica just as eager to get in the ring and resolve things. They don't want this to crumble beneath them. They are still good friends, and they don't want to let their tag team run end in such a manner. And that's exactly what the aim is here tonight, to patch up their friendship. They're both on the same team, but will they be after tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, look at this already, a bit of a tip there. Oh, look at this, and the referee goes down. And the referee just rang the bell, and now he's out like a light. And this match has already started, and clearly the friendship already on thin ice here, eager to just wear each other down straight out the gate. And now Murica bringing his athleticism to the stage. And quite an intense way to start Wolfpac in the Outback. And if that's a symbol of what's to come tonight, then we're in for one hell of a show. And now look at this. Oh, went for an Irish whip attempt, but great counter there. Oh, but look at this, another counter into the roll-up, but the referee's not even there to count it. He's trying to hold on to it, trying to wait for the referee to get back to his feet. As he does so now, is he going to be able to keep John Cutter down for much longer? No, John Cutter waited. He waited to be able to counter himself. But look at Murica with a counter of his own into another one. And now John Cutter, and now Murica. These two trading roll-ups here. Is it going to be enough? It's a 2 count. And already you can see the problem. They know each other too well. They know their moves. They know what they can do and what they can't do. And they're using that against each other. Murica, of course, going to be bringing his speed and athleticism along with his incredible acrobatic work. Whereas John Cutter will be bringing his brute strength and power and force to outmaneuver his tag team partner. And now look at this, aggressive, just a massive toss across the ring. So this match hasn't started in conventional manners. But the question is, at the end of this, where are these two good friends going to stand with each other? Up in the air is Murica. This is not where he wants to be. And look at this. Light work for someone as strong as John Cutter. Former inmate at the Illinois Correctional. Wearing that tracksuit, or that jumpsuit, as a reminder of his past. And knowing he never wants to go back there, but already bringing out that animal-like instinct. But Murica using his speed to slide out there and trying to take down his partner and bring him to his feet. And he just couldn't do it there with that clothesline. And the strength advantage is in clear favor of John Cutter. And he knows it. And look at this, playing to the crowd. He's sensing the control in this one. It's been a while since one of these guys has been in control of a match, so you can imagine that they've enjoyed it while it's been here. And now look at this. Oh, was thinking the military press, but big counter there by Murica. And we're going to expect a lot of counters like that, where they know what each other can do. They've seen each other at their best, and they've seen them at their worst. They know full well what they're capable of, and they can't let that affect how they perform here tonight. Two great friends, and we're hoping and praying that these two just don't become bitter enemies. And now look at this, using the strength again, went for that deadlift powerbomb again, but once again, Murica slides out, but only to get back on the shoulders of John Cutter. And now lifting him up. Oh, and stun off the top turnbuckle. And you can see the effects of that one. We've got a stat card here tonight. And, of course, we have, as the main event, the repeat of the Cotterrells versus the Wolfpac this year. And it's a 1 count there for John Cutter. And it's unfortunate seeing such a good team collapse like this. But like you say, they have been struggling. They really do need to get back to winning ways. They need to get back on the same page in order to do that. And by looking at the hostility here tonight, they might not be getting back to that quite so easily. Big suplex. And you can't blame the frustration, since the growing of the tag team division with names emerging such as the Chaos Twins, the Vikings of Destiny, and of course Wolfpac, your tag team champions. It's getting a lot harder for them to get things going, and they are fully aware of their problems. And that is what has built up the frustration. But of course, this kind of reached a boiling point following a victory where John Cutter just walked out on Murica following their win. Clearly still not on the same. Look at that choke slam from the big man John Cutter, who has been in control of this one straight out the gate. But as you saw from him taking out the referee, had no intention of starting this one off slow. And Murica now trying to fight back, but it might be too much because the big man just carries him with no issues. Military press, spine buster, straight into the cover, and John Cutter's gonna be... No! It's a kick out too! Oh, and John Cutter did not like that. He thought that was a 3 count right there. He thought he had that one sealed. And he's now going to make his former partner pay, or still his partner technically. Where these two are going to stand in the tag team division after this, I don't know. But look at this. The strength of John Cutter proving too much for Murica right now, but needs to use his agility and speed to his advantage. Make him vulnerable and keep him down. But John Cutter just being too overpowering. And he could seriously injure his own teammate here if he's not careful. And this match has so much implications for the future of these two's career. Is this where they part ways and go on to singles career? We've seen Murica enjoy singles careers before in the trial era. Of course, was a cruiserweight champion, a kick out of 2 there. And whether or not the cruiserweight division returns, that does remain to be seen. But for right now, we need to see how they survive this one, because John Cutter is not letting Murica get a second of rest. Just relentless. Big moves, power bombs, suplexes. He's bringing it all out here tonight on his former teammate. No love lost between these two. And look at this, trying to roll out of the corner, trying to get out of harm's way, but John Cutter just not giving him a second to do anything. All went for that choke slam again, but a big counter there by Murica. And another counter this time by John Cutter. Lifts him up. Oh, this could be the end here. There it is again. Military press, power slam, and John Cutter knocks off No! He kicked out again. Murica kicks again, and John Cutter can't believe it. And you know what he must be thinking? If you can take this much punishment, then why haven't you been in the tag team matches? And now look at this, to the corner. What's he thinking? He's trying to force him onto that turnbuckle, but Murica was having none of it. There's a chop block to the back of the leg. And now, if he's going to fight back, now is his opportunity. This is his window. This is how he can get back into this match right here, right now. He's got him on the ground, and he needs to take advantage of that. Preferably that standing moonsault might get him back on winning ways. Oh, look at this. Going for a beautiful sliced bread there. And now to the top rope. This is a good... Murica, not for John Cutter though. Looking for that standing moonstomp. Flying moonstomp, excuse me, and missed it. The moonstomp not connecting. And that's not good signs for Murica. And now look at this, John Cutter. Ready to put this one away. There's a spine buster. Military press.
Man, this rivalry just keeps getting better and better.
And John Cutter not showing any signs of mercy for his former friend. But look at this, Murica still fights on, still refusing to give in here, and there's a running super kick. And this is only just the start. We've got 7 incredible matches, including this one. And if this is just a start, how are we going to end? And look at this. John Cutter, speaking of endings, ready to do this one right here, right now. Murica put up all the fight he could, but in the end, John Cutter's brute strength just proved to be too much for him. And the first winner of Wolfpac in the Outback is John Cutter. Big needed victory for him, and that's worrying signs. We all know he's a powerhouse. He's a very good in-ring competitor, strong physical offense, and he showed that here tonight, just dismantling his teammate here in Murica. And where the future lies for these two, I do not know. But John Cutter can celebrate tonight for the first time in a while, because he has a win to his name. And that was not a pretty sight. That almost brings a tear to my eye watching two teammates go at it like that. What the future lies for these two, I do not know, but we will find out in the future, because now it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, one of our two one of our two title matches of the night, and the first one is an 8-woman battle royal for the Fight Night Women's Championship. That's right, 8 women all ready to make their debuts in the ring here tonight to compete for one prize, and that is that Fight Night Women's Championship. We've already seen Sandra Piper on the Monday Night Mayhem brand capture that title, but can one of these women capitalize on the opportunity they've been given tonight? First woman down to the ring is Isabella Vega. And it's going to be interesting to see these women for the first time. Remember, it's all about making that first initial impression. And that depends on, that will really determine where you lie for the rest of your, the rest of your career. So Isabella Vega is going to be very interested in making sure that she capitalizes on the opportunity that she's been given here tonight. We've seen how that women's title has escalated the career of Sandra Piper quite rapidly and has made her a fan favorite just in the short spell that she has arisen into the division. And now Isabella Vega and these 7 other women are going to be looking to do the exact same thing here tonight. I remember some people stood out more than others, in particular in the last time these all faced, in the last women's matchup. So it needs to be important that you stand out above the crowd in these ones. And the first woman down looking to do that, next woman down willing to do that is Wildcat. Ready to come down and show her stuff to the ring. Quite a unique looking character here. Trying to bring her out. And that's what we need. We need people who are going to stand out. We're not looking for your stereotypical women. If you've seen the women's division in the past, it may not have been massive. But there were they were very different women and very different fighters. And now Wildcat looking to bring her own little bit of unique flair to the Fight Night Women's Division, and it's going to be great including 2 Women's Division. I cannot believe we're at this stage where we can have 2 Women's Division. We're like what? We're now like 250 subscribers roughly when this video comes out. I can't thank you guys enough for that. That is absolutely incredible numbers. At this rate, we could potentially hit 300 by the end of this year. Are we going to do it? It's a big push, but I believe in you guys. And it would be fucking amazing if we could. Honestly, that would be so great. And the lights go out as woman number 3 makes her way down to the ring. Emerging from the darkness there is Violet, if I am not mistaken. Which I could be. I've been mistaken before. If you remember back to when I was trying to introduce Leia Rose. But she is here tonight looking to make an instant impact if she can. Violet, the young blood, she has nicknamed herself, making a very a very dark appearance. Luminous meaning complete opposite. You know, they really should get rid of me. I'm a terrible commentator. But you know, there's only one Darren Jacobs and all that. And here at Wolfpac in the Outback, Violet ready to make her impact here in the ring. And the crowd interested to see what she brings to the table. Remember that I said last time, based off an entrance, that I predicted that Sandra Piper would win. And the entrance there suggesting that she's ready to be quite dark and ready to do whatever it takes to take the women's title. But so far, all these women have had a little bit of a different entrance compared to the women on the other brand. trying to separate themselves from the pack, and you can't blame them. They've seen what works and what doesn't, and now they've got a chance to do just that here tonight. Next down to the ring, Vikki Valentine, ready to get into in-ring action. There's a nice little eagle on her chest there. That's great. I actually really like that. It's a very nice tattoo as well. Just kind of a mix of your average fighter with her own little personal touches. But the question is, it's not a... It's about how she can wrestle, and Vikki Valentine will be looking to prove that she's got what it takes to become the first ever Fight Night Women's Champion. And after the success of the Mayhem Brands Women's Division, they're going to want to try and do their own bit of success here tonight. But who can walk out the winner? That is remaining to be seen. We've still got 4 more women eagerly ready to come down and make their in-ring debuts. The trial era, it may not have been the most popular for the women's division, but it definitely brought about some brilliant matchups. And I'm expecting nothing less from the women here as we step up in class. Next woman down to the ring, a familiar name of the Cotterrell family. It is Jade Cotterrell, ready to come down to compete back in in-ring action. One of the former stars of the women's division in the trial era, coming back and making her return to in-ring action. And that she's one of 2 women here tonight doing that. I'm sure most of you will be able to guess who the other one will be. But Jade, eager to get back into the ring and get things moving back on track. Looking a little different, not favouring the dark clothing of the past. Well, at least not on the bottom path. But Jade never was a former. She was never a women's champion. She's here now to try and see if she can capture one thing that always eluded her. She had a bit of an alliance with the chairman's sister, Shannon, and they actually turned out to be quite decent friends. And they worked together for quite some time in the women's division. But tonight she's got to concentrate on her own task, and that's becoming the champion. Oh, look at this. That is a very, very bright entrance here from our next woman down to the ring, eager to get in and show herself off. This is Tashley, if I am not mistaken. That is quite an entrance there. Very, very bright as she makes her way down to the ring. That is a very creepy top. I don't know the reference, but that is very, very creepy. Tashley making herself stand out. Maybe that little bright light was the symbol of a star being born there. We'll see what she has to offer in the ring. But I'm quite impressed by that entrance. I actually really like that one. Tashley adding her own little flair to proceedings here. And we'll see what she can produce in the wing. In the wing? Yep. Okay. We're seeing how this is going. By the way, an update video will be coming out soon explaining the upload situation, which you may already notice have gone a little bit out of whack as of late. That will be tried to be corrected, but I'll explain everything in the update video, so keep your eyes out for that one. I'd say maybe a double vid. Cannot promise you that one, but I'm going to try my best to get the Christmas pay-per-view out either on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or Christmas Eve. One of the 3. I will try my best to get that to you. But nonetheless, Shannon Austin returning to in-ring action here tonight, as Jade has returned as well. Former friends, these two have worked together in the past. Shannon, of course, was one of the first ever women's champion all the way back in the trial era, but it was a long time, and it's been a long time between drinks for Shannon. She wants to come back and get some success. She's grown up a little bit. Has she matured in the ring? That is the question we need to see. We need to see some development of her in-ring ability. As the women's division got stronger, she didn't really get stronger with it. And tonight she needs to hope that all that training in the build-up has helped her reach her full potential and made her ready to compete for the women's championship here tonight. And that is 7 women down the ring, 2 returns, 5 new women, and there is 1 new woman to bring down to the ring to complete this women's lineup. Remember, tonight is all about showcasing your skills, proving you're worth it, and of course, there is the additional bonus of a chance to become the women's champion here tonight. 1 more woman ready to make her way down to the ring. It is Laura Stables, ready to make her way down to the ring. The last woman down, wearing a crown. I wonder if anyone can base who she has relations to just off the crown alone here in WIW. I'll give you a hint, it's not on this brand. I'll leave the rest of that for you to puzzle together. It's not that hard once you think about it, trust me. But Laura Stables, ready to make her in-ring appearance for the first time. Can she make an impact? We will see. But all 8 women down to the ring. They've had their moment of spotlight by making their way down to the ring. But now it's their chance to show what they can do in that ring. And it is for, of course it's broken, the Fight Night Women's Champion. I think it's something to do when it's vacant, because it's not like that when you put it on them, as we saw with Sasha Piper. Oh my god, look at that, Violet. Nearly picking up an elimination in the first 10 seconds. Just went to eliminate Tashley, and she couldn't quite do it. And that's one way to start a match. Picking up elimination, of course. Lulu Torres made her name for picking up 4 eliminations in that first Women's Battle Royal, only to then go on and be eliminated in the final 2 between her and Sandra Piper.
More than anything else.
And all these women just eager to make a name for themselves, trying to pick up some wins. Oh, look at this! And there goes Tashley already. 30 seconds. She almost got eliminated the first time. Now she is gone. Shannon picks up the first elimination of the match. Now Wildcat looking for an elimination of her own, and she's been tossed over the ring. Vikki Valentine with an elimination. That's 2 eliminations in a matter of under a minute. And is this going to be one of those matches where the eliminations are going to be... the match is going to be shorter than the entrances? That's 2 women already missing out on their first opportunity. Tashley and Wildcat already eliminated in a matter of moments. And now look at this. Violet's going to roll out of harm's way, and that's going to leave a bit of a scrap in the middle of the ring. As Laura Stables looking to eliminate Shannon, the former women's champion, trying to toss her over the top rope here, as Shannon's already done, and so is Vikki Valentine. Meanwhile, in the corner, trying to get rid of Isabella Vega. Meanwhile, Violet now being attacked by Jade Cotterrell. And Jade Cotterrell was never one of the success stories of the Cotterrells. Of course, her brothers all have been champions, even in the trial era or in the modern era. But as for Shannon, one of the more successful of the Austin family, of course. All of her brothers, Blake, of course, was a former champion back in his in-ring days before he became the chairman. As for that, Ryan and Harry never held any type of gold, but Shannon has done in the past. And she's looking to do that here again, but she's in trouble as Isabella Vega trying to pick up the elimination. Meanwhile, Violet on the other side trying to work on Laura Stables, who manages to get her way back into the ring. And unlike the other match where there was a feel-out period, these women just very eager just to get in the ring, get everyone else out of the ring and capture the title. Everyone's eyes on the prize here tonight.
Not today.
And look at that, Shannon with an elbow. And look at this, the trading fists here, Laura Stables and Shannon Austin, as she gets put up into a fireman's carry there before being slammed down with a flapjack. And look at this, Laura Stables just going for everyone here tonight. Not wasting any time, trying to just establish herself, taking everybody on. And now Violet's in trouble here. Oh, and she manages to save herself, but Isabella Vega nearly eliminates Violet. And now look at this, double underhook. Gets her up. Oh, and a massive gutbuster there, double knees. And now Shannon's in a bit of trouble as Isabella Vega's going for her. Vikki Valentine just going to take a bit of time to taunt there, play to the crowd, win some fans over. That'll definitely get you some more TV time, that's definitely sure. Meanwhile, Violet just trying to come back to her senses here, trying to establish herself once again. Back her foot in, and there goes Shannon. Isabella Vega eliminates the former women's champion. That is a big elimination. And Vikki Valentine, the only other one with an elimination other than Shannon, who has now been eliminated herself. And we are down to 5 women. We had 2 very early eliminations. And that third one there brings us to 5. These 5 women all eager to become the Fight Night Women's Champion here tonight. It's all on the line. And look at Vikki Valentine. There's another one. Second elimination for Vikki Valentine. There goes Jade. And look at this. She's not wasting any time before going for another one. She's looking to get rid of Violet here. But Violet not falling over the top rope as I think Vikki Valentine was expecting her to.
This may very well be the
4 women gone, 4 women left. Wildcat, Tashley, Shannon and Jade all already gone. And look at this. Stables.
Don't be surprised if
Looking to land something big here on Violet. Look at this. End of days. Beautiful, beautiful move there. And now on the other side, Vikki Valentine's in a little bit of trouble. After picking up 2 eliminations, is she going to be on her way out here? Isabella Vega trying to get rid of Vikki Valentine, who's looking like the biggest threat right at this moment. Isabella Vega with elimination of her own. She eliminated Shannon, but other than that, Vikki Valentine with the other 2. Laura Stables and Violet been fighting with each other for a little while now. Look at that chop block to the back of the leg as Isabella Vega turned her back, and look at this sight. Vikki Valentine, the only woman standing.
she's taken so far.
And now look at this, looking for a running drop kick right across the jaw of Laura Stables. And Isabella Vega going to continue to work on Violet here, trying to get her out of the ring. Violet has been in the danger zone quite a few times, but has yet to be eliminated. And now look at this, a beautiful running neck breaker there. And another survival there from Violet. And now Isabella Vega going to work on Laura Stables. And a backbreaker and wrenching away on the back as well. Now Vikki Valentine
And she lands
under the fire here of Violet. And Laura Stables rolls under the ring, but Vikki Valentine survives. Oh, but look. Oh, and a beautiful snap suplex from Isabella Vega, and Violet rolls out of harm's way. Oh, but look at this now, going for Vikki Valentine. Obviously being identified as a threat here with 2 eliminations, but now she's in trouble of being eliminated herself. There goes Violet. There goes Violet. Stables eliminates Violet. And look at this, Isabella Vega with a powerbomb to eliminate Vikki Valentine. And we're down to 2 just like that. Laura Stables and Isabella Vega. The first person down to the ring and the last person down to the ring. Funny enough, we are down to just 2. She was wise to deal with Vikki Valentine when she did. Oh, and there's a rolling neck breaker. But now can Laura Stables push on to win the title, or is Isabella Vega going to be able to wrap this one up herself? She's getting the crowd behind her. The crowd aren't quite with her as she wanted. Look at Vikki Valentine there walking off. She fought valiantly there. 2 eliminations, which is the most of the night. Well, actually tied most now. Isabella Vega, she will get the most if she picks up this one. She's on 2 as well. Laura Stables with no eliminations, but she has been on pure survival mode since the start of this match. Tried to get her up, couldn't quite do it, and there's another chop block. Chop block coming out quite a lot here in this matchup. And we are staring at a women's champion. We just don't know which one of these women have it yet. And now look at this. Laura Stables got her on the ropes. Not a good spot to be for Isabella Vega. And she's done it. Laura Stables. Laura Stables is your new Fight Night Women's Champion. The first ever Fight Night Women's Champion. What a victory for her. It was her only elimination, but it was the only one she needed to do. What a big, big victory that one turned out to be in the end for this one. Laura Stables, your new Women's Champion. And that's exactly what she needed to kick off her career. The title doesn't look like that, I can assure you. But looking to pick up a win. She looked to pick up a win here tonight, and that's exactly what she's done. And she is your new Fight Night Women's Champion. A beautiful showing from all the women here tonight. What does the future hold for this Fight Night Women's division? We will soon see, but it will now be headed by your first ever Fight Night Women's Champion. And that is one of 2 title fights. We've got one more later to go tonight, but it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some tag team action, and it is going to be one hell of a tag team match. It's a 3-on-2 handicap match, and this match has been in the works for quite some time. The Vikings of Destiny scheduled to take on Trevor Jackson and the Chaos Twins. First team down to the ring, the Vikings of Destiny. Since losing the tag team championship to the Wolfpac, the Vikings of Destiny was split in half as Noah was out for injury, and whilst he was out injured, Loki would continue his in-ring action, which is where he first encountered Trevor Jackson. And after embarrassing him by ruining his debut and winning on countout, he ruined his first appearance and ruined his reputation. In weeks, these two would clash heads until eventually Noah would return to spoil everything for Trevor Jackson. And then later on down the line, the Chaos Twins became the next victim of attack as these two returned to tag team action. And in a desperate rush to save them, Trevor Jackson helped the Chaos Twins, and in return, the Chaos Twins are helping them here tonight. And that's how this 3-on-2 handicap match has come about. But for these two teams, it has added stipulations. The general manager has come out to say that the winning team out of the Chaos Twins and the Vikings of Destiny will be granted number one contendership opportunity here tonight if they are to walk out victorious. So they could be the next team to fight the tag team champions that are the Wolfpac. And of course, not defending their titles tonight, so they will be defending at the next opportunity. So for the Chaos Twins, this is a huge chance. The Vikings of Destiny have already tried and failed twice, and an opportunity lies here for the Chaos Twins. They have the numbers advantage with the help of Trevor Jackson, but tonight, can they capitalize it? Jason and Tyler Chaos, a big opportunity this has become for them, not only to restore reputation, but to capture a shot at the Fight Night Tag Team Championships. They've made such a big impact in such a short space of time in the tag division, and now tonight have an opportunity to continue that amazing momentum and push on. They've already got one victory over the Vikings of Destiny, but they both have a win against each other. It's one apiece, and tonight for them it will be the decider, and it'll be to determine who will go on to face the Wolfpac. Next up tonight, Trevor Jackson, the man who pretty much started all this, needs to come down here and prove himself, and he might get an opportunity as well. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to get a tag team title opportunity because he's not a part of a tag team. But for Trevor Jackson tonight, it's all about revenge and pride. His debut, the Vikings of Destiny have done everything to kill his momentum before it starts and to ruin his debut. And tonight, he gets a chance to redeem himself, restore the pride to his name, and now Trevor Jackson gets the in-ring opportunity to take down his enemies of the Vikings of Destiny and move on and to pursue the career that he was looking for. Jason Chaos and Loki going to start this one off. Noah still not completely fresh, only just recovered. To see that Loki is going to start this one off. And look at this, straight out the gate, Jason Chaos not wasting any time here to get to work. And Trevor Jackson has formed quite a good alliance with the Chaos Twins, and you can't blame him for wanting to make friends in the tag team division when you've got two massive Vikings such as Loki and Noah gunning for you for whatever reason they had for assaulting Trevor Jackson in his opening match and making him lose on count out after destroying him inside the ring. And then, of course, went on to land cheap shots with chairs on the Chaos Twins, and then luckily Trevor Jackson came to their rescue before they could put them on the shelves and out for injury. And the Chaos Twins getting their own back here tonight. Look at this, they're flying out the gate here, Jason Chaos. And Noah begging for a tag in, but not being given the space to do that. Now trying to capitalize, couldn't quite. And now another counter, this time by Loki. And now looking for a big suplex splat in the middle of the ring. Might want to consider tagging out, decides against it. Loki going to stay in here for a bit longer, gets him up on the shoulders. And not a good position to be in here for Jason Chaos. Stun gun off the ropes. And not wasting any time, not going to give them room to breathe. They've made that mistake before. And this time they're not going to let it happen again. Big stomp to the gut before now he's going to tag out. And in comes Noah. The taller of the Vikings, the stronger of the Vikings. Well, I guess. I'm assuming that's why he's so eager to just go in and bully people. Two tough competitors, the Vikings of Destiny. Always been top of the tag division, but have never captured the tag team titles. They always fall at the last hurdle, and that is not what you want for your career to be named on. And look at this, needs to call to make the tag, but no one knew what he was planning to do, and moves him away from his twin brother and Trevor Jackson. And look at this, Noah just been tagged in and now raining down the pain here on the Chaos Twins. And Trevor Jackson will be eager to get in this one and get revenge on Noah. It was Noah who blindsided him. Is that who he's going to tag in? No. In comes the other half of the Chaos Twins. In comes Tyler. But look at this. Noah got straight back up. And now sending him away from his corner. Not giving him a second to crawl for help. And now he's going to tag back in Loki, maybe? Yes, he does. In comes Loki. And as you can see, this is why they're so good as a tag team. They do a little bit of damage to their opponent. They tag the other one in, keep the others fresh. And that's why they work so well. You'll find that the teams in the tag team divisions here in WIW are the ones who always land the hot tags, who do the moves, do the tag team moves. The better you work together with your team, the more successful you are. And the Vikings of Destiny, pinnacle of, are the epitome of great tag team action. They just all the final hurdle for capturing the tag team titles. But now look at this. An unusual sight here. Loki looking to fly. Look at that. Beautiful kick there, and the crowd love that one. And now look at this. What's he thinking? Oh, and another stomp to the gut. And Loki and Noah, I'd say probably their biggest weakness. Oh, wait, look at this. There's that massive knee. Their massive weakness, I was about to say, is that they've got a very similar moveset, but they don't let that discourage them. Look at this. Tyler Chaos in a hell of a trouble here. The Vikings of Destiny ready to chop off his head with that massive leg drop and straight into the cover. Have the Vikings already won this one? No, Trevor Jackson straight in. Oh, look at Loki and Noah. Both going straight for Trevor Jackson, and Trevor Jackson just putting them through their paces here. And a tag made again. Back in comes Jason, who had the control to start with, but it got lost as Tyler came into the ring. And out to the outside here. Making great work here. The Chaos Twins, but look at that sunset flip from Trevor Jackson, and that's his first bit of actual competition here. And now look at this, getting revenge here on Noah. We thought this one might escalate, and it looks like he's doing just that as he crushes him into the barricade. And that gives Jason a second to take control of this match. The referee continues the count. And I don't think either team are going to want to win this on count out. But look at this. Oh, just spearing him into the barricade. And Noah just going to toss him in the ring now. And all of a sudden, the Chaos Twins re-established control that they had early on. Look at this, just running around like a madman, just deciding what he wants to do here. And Jason looking to fly. Oh, what a beautiful acrobatic move off the top turnbuckle. But look at that. Noah just shakes it off as if nothing ever happened. And look at that, another counter this time by Jason. And now looking once again to use that speed advantage they're going to have over the Vikings of Destiny. Oh, we're looking at trying to crawl to Loki, but Jason was quick to stop him there. And he doesn't want to make the mistake of keep letting these two switch it up, keep each other fresh. Got a single one of them out and prey on him. But once again, the Chaos Twins fall victim to another knee strike. And I think at this point they're going to want to get Trevor Jackson in, because the Vikings of Destiny really proving to have their number here again tonight. There's another beheading from the Vikings of Destiny. Off with his head. The referee slow to make the count, and once again Trevor Jackson breaks it up. But Noah's going to make him pay this time. Look at it, just Irish whipping into a big boot.
Talk about a beating he's taken here tonight.
And the referee telling Noah to get out of the ring. And once again, the Vikings of Destiny re-establish control in this matchup. And now to the corner again. Might be looking to tag Noah straight back in. He does. Some more tag team work here from the Vikings of Destiny. And Trevor Jackson, look at this. He still hasn't left the ring. And he's going to take Loki with him. To the outside, he's had enough. But the thing is, if he's not standing on the ropes, he's not going to get tagged in. And the Chaos Twins have taken quite a beating here from the Vikings of Destiny. But they are still fighting on. There's an elbow drop from the middle rope. Quite a big leap there. And Trevor Jackson finally ready for the tag, but he doesn't tag him. He didn't tag him. Oh, look at that. Screaming in the face of Trevor Jackson. What was that about? And all of a sudden, the Chaos Twins not willing to let Trevor Jackson into the match, despite the fact these two have already taken quite a considerable beating. It's an interesting choice. And now to the middle rope. The Chaos Twins just trying to prove to themselves that they can do it. They've already fallen victim to the Vikings once, and they know how tough they are to keep them down again. They've managed to do it once in the past, but this time when they've got #1 contendership rights to the tag team titles on the line, they're not going to want to let it slip. Oh, look at this, Noah, using his brute strength to fight on. But now once again, look at that, there's a spear in the corner. And following it up with an overhead, belly to belly.
He might have just ended this.
And going nuts here in the crowd for the Chaos Twins, but Trevor Jackson so eager to get into this ring, to get into action, and get his revenge on the Vikings of Destiny. Oh, look at that. He's trying to send him to the corner, instead got sent to the corner himself.
Presence felt there.
And now to the opposite corner. Jason Chaos. Oh, excuse me, Tyler Chaos. Staring down Noah in the corner. What was he thinking there? Took too long about it and Noah countered, but now with a counter of his own. Sends him to the Vikings corner, to the Chaos Twins corner. And now the Chaos Twins maybe looking to wrap this one up themselves. Chaos to Chaos.
Double team.
Into the cover. Loki can't get there. The Chaos Twins win. And Trevor Jackson didn't even need to be tagged in. The Chaos Twins did it themselves. I'm not sure how happy Trevor Jackson's going to be about this. Didn't even get to be a part of the decision. But the Vikings of Destiny defeated in this 3-on-2 handicap match. They controlled the match for the majority of it. But once again, they could not get the job done. And it was Chaos to Chaos that wins it for the Chaos Twins and Trevor Jackson. That was the victory they needed, they wanted. They're going to be the next team to take on the Wolfpac for the Fight Night Tag Team Championship. As I'm sure the Wolfpac will be watching on, ready and eager to take on the challenge that awaits them. Could we be looking at future tag team champions? I don't know. Did that really do much for Trevor Jackson's career? I'm not sure about that either. But we do have to move on down the rest of the card, and there are your winners. Next up tonight, two people making their pay-per-view debuts tonight in Bruiser Brad and Daniel Robertson. A rivalry that's been feuding between an exchange of words in the comments and also from in-ring and out-of-ring collisions between the two. These two debuted against each other, in which Bruiser Brad came out on top. But now tonight, Daniel Robertson's requested a rematch and wants to prove that he can keep him down. He was unable to keep him down in the backstage attack just a couple of weeks ago. And now tonight, Bruiser Brad wants to continue to show his dominance. Tonight, finally, down with to the ring with his manager, Ted Adam Wright, who is eager to get by his side. He hasn't been for the last couple of weeks in anticipation for this pay-per-view to make a proper appearance for himself, and of course to try and finalize a decent deal for Bruiser Brad. He believes he wasn't getting paid enough, and so was trying to work out a deal for Bruiser Brad, as a good manager should be doing. But for Bruiser Brad tonight, he ain't going to care about all that. He wants to care Robertson, who is going to be eager to get in the ring and show off his stuff. He hasn't had the best of starts, but he's given himself a mismatch here. And look at this, coming down on a bike here. And where have we seen something like this before? The bike coming out more and more frequently, and this time Daniel Robertson bringing it down to the ring. Usually just parks it at the top, but now bringing it down to the ring just like original Brad has done. But now Daniel Robertson, after being unable to even manage to keep down Bruiser Brad for longer than 5 seconds, or longer than 3 seconds, of course, for the victory, he's now coming back to prove that he can do it. But he's a small man on his own. Never mind standing up against the giant that is Bruiser Brad, and we've got very much a David and Goliath situation here. But on this occasion, will Goliath stand tall and dominant, or will David be able, or in this case Daniel, be able to conquer the beast? And it's important for both of these two to shine. It's their first pay-per-view appearance. For Adam Wright on the ring side, this is his first appearance full stop. And that's going to give him a psychological advantage if it gives him nothing else. And straight out the gate, Daniel Robertson. Straight out the gate here, just trying to wear him down here. There's a drop kick followed in by a springboard attack. Oh, look at that. Couldn't quite connect there. I think Bruiser Brad just got up, and I think Daniel Robertson might have misanticipated that one there. as I plug in the controller charger, because of course it can't go one video anymore without dying. And here comes Daniel Robertson once again looking to fly. Can he connect this time? Oh, he's begging him to get back to his feet. And Bruiser Brad coming out of the gate slow here and taken down. Last time out, it took a while to keep Bruiser Brad down, but I think finally Daniel Robertson's learned from his mistakes in the past, and he's learning how to deal with the big man. And this is definitely the right way to go about it here, taking down the arms of the former boxer that is Bruiser Brad. And now into the cover, Daniel Robertson just trying to wrap this one up early, and it's only going to get him a 1 count for his troubles. Bearing down with the elbows, right in between the shoulder blade. And Daniel Robertson coming out strong here, and Bruiser Brad almost stunned by the relentless high-flying offense that's coming in. Oh, look at that, tried to grab him. He manages to fly over the top and get out of the way, but now Bruiser Brad ready to start laying down the impact himself, and look at that shoulder tackle just to take him down. And now going to stomp away on the little man. As you can see, such a mad size difference, and Bruiser Brad uses that to his advantage. And Adam Wright might not have liked what he's been seeing to start with, but all of a sudden Bruiser Brad trying to fight back. But now Daniel Robertson once again ready to bring it to the big man. And he really is doing a great job here tonight. There's another neck breaker. Oh, but look at this, Bruiser Brad. Look at that, just like he just throws a bag of sugar over his shoulder and into the cover of his own. I doubt it's going to be enough to keep him down. It took a lot to keep down Robertson the first time. But he has been beating him down over the last couple of weeks. It's been a relentless offense from both sides. But in the end, it's always gone Bruiser Brad's way. He's always been able to keep Robertson down. He's always been able to stand tall against him. Will tonight follow the same pattern as he just tosses him across the ring with a suplex. And now look at this, using a little bit of his own speed there.
Snowball out of control. Let's not get ahead of
and this super heavyweight fighter
nothing to worry about.
Continuing to beat down on Daniel Robertson, who's trying to fight back after taking some hits. Not right quite going as fast as he was out of the gate here, but look at that. Still using his agility to escape there, the clutches of Bruiser Brad. And now look at this, stomping down on the chest of Bruiser Brad and wrenching away on the arms. Really favoured the arm attacks tonight, as well as the chest region. And now look at this, looking for another neck breaker and connects. And what does that say when Schultz? Kiss this. Okay. Great. Gotta love to keep it PG on this show. Oh, what, who am I kidding? The show is about as far from PG as it can get. And look at that, stomping on the arm. And Daniel Robertson might be looking to play the submission game here tonight. Kicks him down to the gut and looking for an axe kick to the top of the head. And straight into the cover, but his hand's on the ropes. Oh, but look at this, Theodore. Got a little nervous there. Might have pulled the trigger and getting involved a little too early.
Now there's the counter.
And the referee already called the rope break, but Adam Wright looking really worried here because Bruiser Brad has not come out of the gate strong. But now trying to fight back here. He could choke him out here with the hold that he's got. But Daniel Robertson fights through it and escapes the hold. And now to the outside, right near Theodore on the outside. Now look at this. To the top rope. Look at him flying. Oh, he's taking him down. Takes him down as Theodore tried to get him up.
This might be the end of the road for
and now he's just going to get out of harm's way here.
To his feet. You're absolutely
wisely so. And Robertson went high risk. Not sure the reward paid off. But now back inside the ring. And back to the top again. But Theodore hasn't seen him go up. Oh, he's going to let him though this time. And his client get back to consciousness and get back to his feet. Oh, look at this. A chair straight to... Oh, wait, no. He went for a chair shot. Couldn't quite do it. And I'm not even sure that he was allowed to do that. This is no disqualification. And this isn't no disqualification, should I say. Daniel Robertson has made Bruiser Brad consider disqualifying himself. The count continues on the outside.
I'd never count this guy out.
And Daniel Robertson proving more of a threat than initially anticipated, but now being worn down on the outside. Count of 7. And he's now going to get it back in the ring. Well, I thought we were about to see the end of this match there as the chair came out. But now Bruiser Brad has used the outside to his advantage. That natural brawler instinct of the boxer. Although you thought maybe he'd prefer inside the ring. where he has a bit more control, but nearly disqualified himself there, which will show you how much of a threat that Robertson has really posed to him here tonight. But now all of a sudden the control swinging in Bruiser Brad's favour. To the corner. This is not where he wants to be. And he might make him pay. Oh, look at that! Massive splash in the corner. Just destroying his whole body there. And it's only going to get a 1 count. And look at the face of Bruiser Brad. He can't believe that. And now a drop. There's the bonsai drop. Crushing down on the chest of Robertson. Is that going to get the job done? 2. No, it's only at 2.5. And Bruiser Brad can't believe his eyes. Robertson kicking out with relative ease right now.
I don't know, guys.
And that bonsai drop has proved to be a problem for him in the past. But so far it hasn't proved to be a problem here tonight. And now look at this. Oh, Robertson shakes it off. And I don't think the threat was quite as anticipated here from Robertson. And now look at this. Robertson, what's he thinking? Oh, look at that. That's a cool little move there. I don't think I've seen that yet, but look at this. Adam Wright getting himself involved here. Sensing the momentum is turning. And look at this, Daniel Robertson. After momentary loss of control, all of a sudden trying to bring the fight back to Bruiser Brad. And now doing the same here is Bruiser Brad, but... Oh, look at this, got him up. And that's not what Robertson needed. He doesn't want to be up there. Oh, into the top turnbuckle, crashing him down. And now going to go for the cover again. He's just eager to get this one done with here. And he might just do it. No, it's only a 2 count again. And look at this, Robertson in trouble here, dropping him down to the back. And now a snap over the shoulder with thunderous impact. And once again, just trying to choke him out here. Just trying to wrap this one up if he can.
He's sending a message to the entire
and now look at this.
locker room here.
Just trying to get out of the hole, and he does. And now look at this. Oh, and he's caught him open there with the elbow drop. And now look at this. Now a chance to capitalize. There's the axe kick. There's the axe kick. And might have been thinking about a cover before Adam Wright gets involved and completely butchered that springboard and killed all the momentum he had there. What was that about? From Daniel Robertson. But you can see the panic now. The panic in the face of Adam Wright, who is getting involved here, trying to save his client, but he's not doing a very good job of it. And now Robertson, ready to put this one away. Look at this. There's a kill switch. And that could be enough. But he's flipped in the wrong way. That's on the rope, surely. And it is a rope break. What a mistake there from Robertson. He had the match won. Big mistake, and now Bruiser Brad can make him pay for it. Now look at this, these two trading fists in the middle of the ring. And now all of a sudden Robertson once again with a neck breaker. And Robertson made a fatal mistake there. He flipped him over the wrong way and couldn't get the cover as it was a rope break. This fight continues here tonight. The action doesn't stop. And now all of a sudden,
I don't know how much
Bruiser Brad
can take, guys.
in a bad position here. Waiting for him to get up. There's the crucifix. Not near the rope this time. This could get the job done. It's only a 2 count.
Wait a minute.
But now back to his feet again. This could be it for Bruiser Brad once more time. Looking for it again. There's the kill switch. Kill switch. Flips him the right way this time. And into the cover. And Daniel Robertson has slayed Bruiser Brad here tonight. Daniel Robertson picks up his first victory under the WIW arena. What a win here tonight at Wolfpac in the Outback. An important win for Daniel Robertson. There was the axe kick the first time round. And Bruiser Brad was just dominated really from start to finish. He had spells of momentum and control of the match. And there was the bonsai drop, which I think he thought could have put him away. But Daniel Robertson, with the heart of a warrior, wins the match, and the ultimate underdog story is complete for him. Bruiser Brad defeated, and Daniel Robertson walking out the victor here tonight. A fantastic win for him and his career. What's next for Bruiser Brad and Daniel Robertson, I don't know. But tonight, that was a big win for him, and he needed that one. Let's move on down the rest of the card. A great night of action so far, but we've still got 3 more matches to go. Next one down the line is another grudge match between 2 competitors continuing to show themselves in different ways. Next up is Brad. Big Boss. From one big fighter to another. This one of the biggest ones in the business. Of course, 7'4" and supposedly 600 pounds. Do I believe that? Not really. But Big Boss, eager to come in and impress. He has improved, as he's gone along. He started off horribly in WIW, picking up defeats to PJ McNair. But all of a sudden has turned a leaf and has become better an in-ring competitor. But he prefers to do his brawling. He prefers to attack people backstage. He knows exactly what he's doing. And tonight he wants to pick up a victory and injure the second Danger to his list in Mr. Money in the Bank, Max Danger. That's his challenge here tonight. He already put his dad, Chris Danger, on the shelf. And realistically, that prevented them from pushing for tag team gold. But for Max Danger, he's made the most of his opportunity. And now here he comes, here tonight, looking to get some revenge. It is Mr. Money in the Bank, Max Danger, here tonight, ready to do the business if he can get it done. Big Boss has proved a pain in his side since he won the Money in the Bank briefcase. And tonight, he gets to not only get revenge for himself, but revenge for his family and his injured father. For Max, Mr. Money in the Bank, an opportunity of the world title whenever he is ready to cash it. And the next generation of Danger, ready to prove himself here tonight, prove that the briefcase went to the right person. His dad, of course, famous fighter, champion across the world. But tonight, Max gets the chance to cement his legacy here in WIW, and straight away, sending the fist towards Big Boss, who just shakes all of them off. And now straight away, coming out with the big moves, is Big Boss. Look at that, just a flapjack down. Straight down to the mat. That's quite a big drop for the 7'4" beast that is Big Boss. And look at this, trying to fight off Max Danger here. But Big Boss proving really overpowering straight out the gate here. And he's had some good momentum as of late against the Danger family. And tonight, continuing that trend straight out the gate here, as Danger can't even seem to get him off his feet. Oh, look at that, there's a big counter. Might be able to do so now, and he does! Russian leg sweep, and he ricochets off the ropes as well for added impact. And now look at this, Max Danger trying to fight on here, trying to provide a comeback if he can, but look at that! Just uses his belly to just take him down, and Big Boss once again able to maintain control. And there's an elbow to the face of Danger. And now Mr. Money in the Bank trying to fight back. He needs to show himself. As of late, of course, it's not important whether he wins or loses anymore, because he has that briefcase which grants him a world title opportunity whenever he chooses. There's a skull-crushing finale. But, of course, wins are everything, and if you want to prove that you are championship material, that's exactly what you're going to need to do. And it's only a 1 count here to start out the gate for Big Boss, but it's been worrying signs straight out the gate here for Max Danger. We didn't see when Chris Danger took on Big Boss, he was not so dominant, but was able to take spells of control and turn that into a winning battle. But look at Max now fighting back, and there's a DDT. And now look at this, to the top rope. Max Danger looking to use his aerial advantage here. And he might be able to cash in on it here tonight. Looking to fly. Oh, what a catch. And into a power slam. Beautiful move there from Big Boss. And now look at this, another counter of his own. Max Danger. Oh, look at that massive double axe handle. And in to the cover. And it's only going to be a 1 count. And Max trying to fight back. But Big Boss with the control to start this one off. And once again here, trying to stay on top. There's a big counter there. And Big Boss going to go for the cover here on Max Danger, and he's only going to get a 1 count. And the Dangers have not made many friends in this industry. But they have each other. They have a strong family unit, and they are a bunch of tough fighters. Look at that. Was thinking a spinning back fist there, but instead got met with a Samoan drop. And now look at this. Oh, and there's a running spear from Big Boss. There's the spear. And I feel like this match might be coming to an end quicker than we initially anticipated. There's a Northern Lights. That was quite a sharp one as well there. Almost snap style. But Max Danger fights on. He's refusing to give in here. There's the spinning back fist. There's the spinning back fist. And Big Boss goes down like a light. Look at that. Trying to re-establish himself here. Trying to get his footing back. But look at that. Almost backing off from Danger all of a sudden. He scared him off. That one back fist has completely turned the tide. And now Max Danger looking ready to wrap this one up. Look at this. Spinning powerbomb. Spinning powerbomb into the cover. Max has done it. Max Danger picks up the win. Mr. Money in the Bank with one punch turned the whole tide in the match, and the spinning back fist helped establish the winner. Max Danger. Mr. Money in the Bank has done the job here tonight. Another big win for the Danger family. Look at this. Big Boss. Look at this. Offering a gesture here. Looking at, willing to admit when he's beaten. He took down his dad and... oh, what was that about? I'm not sure where this one's going. But Max Danger can celebrate here tonight his victory. But the Big Boss, with an unusual sign of respect there. That is interesting. And I wonder what Big Boss's intentions were there. But that is going to wrap up this match. Time to move on to the next match on the card. Next up tonight, the penultimate match before the main event, and it is the second title fight of the evening, and it is the big one. It is for the television championship here tonight. Original Brad and Big Willie. Two tough, powerful fighters going to collide tonight in an Extreme Rules match. That's right, Extreme Rules for the television championship. No champion's advantage tonight for Big Willie. No countouts, no disqualification. And these two, over the last couple of weeks, just been trying to one-up each other. Trying to prove, you know, I'm stronger than you, or I can win quicker and better than you can. And of course, Original Brad sabotaging Big Willie's match with Peter Bolton a couple of weeks ago by keeping him in the match by putting his foot on the ropes. And Brad has come out and said he's not doing this to be evil, to try and hurt the man. He's here because he wants glory, he wants success, and he does not want a repeat of the Wolfpac incidents. And tonight, he could become the first man to hold two different titles in WIW history. A big night for this man. He's a history maker, the first ever heavyweight champion, but now can continue to make more history here tonight if he can keep down the television champion of the current day. Can he become the first ever heavyweight, former heavyweight champion and big time television champion here tonight? His second chance at gold. Can he capitalize on it? He looks confident, but another man who is not short of confidence, Big Willie, the WIW television champion, won it off of Travis Cotterrell not too long ago in a fatal four-way between him, Sal, McNair, and Travis. And of course, last man standing in that one. And tonight, he's going to want to be the last man standing. Two giants collide for the first ever time. They have never fought in the ring together other than in a tag team contest against the Wolfpac, which of course they fell short of. But tonight, they get to see each other in the ring for the first time. Two dominant fighters, two absolute powerhouses of WIW, and two growing fan favorites tonight collide for that title around his waist, the television championship. It's a big prize, growing in prestige, and it's one of the only titles that the Wolfpac could not keep hold of. The television championship on the line here tonight. It's a big fight. Original Brad looking to push on, to develop further in his career and move past all of the mistakes that have been made against the Wolfpac. Tonight has a chance to become the first person to win a world title and the singles title in WIW history. But he stares down the ring at the man who is willing to stop him. A man who has proven to be dominant since holding the title, has already defended it a total of 3 times. Can tonight be the 4th successful title defense for the current television champion, Big Willie? The Scotsman will do whatever he can to keep that title in his clutches. And he's proving to be a hard man to keep down. But can he hold on to it? yet to lose with the title on the line. 100% success rate in title matches, whereas Brad, he only has a 50% win rate. But can tonight he bump that odds up and become the television championship? Become the television champion. The title removed from the ring. The referee rings the bell, and away we go. And look at this. Big Willie tried to run straight out original Brad, but he wasn't going to let him do it. Oh, but look at that. Look at the athleticism there. And Brad almost shocked by that. Did you see his face? And now Big Willie going to bring out the double choke slam. And neither man eager to start this one off slow and let the other gain control. Brad with a counter. And look at this. Brad trying to fight him. Trying to just match him for strength. But Big Willie proving too powerful straight out the gate here. Oh, and look at that. A massive sit-down slam. And now all of a sudden, Big Willie establishing early control. But once again, Brad with another counter. But needs to start mounting on some offense. Had the big shots to begin with. But Big Willie didn't take much to him. Oh, look at that. Went for a jumping clothesline. Couldn't quite do it in a running cutter from Big Willie. And the first time these two have even seen each other in ring competition. And right now, Big Willie getting the upper hand of the powerhouse that is Brad. Straight into the cover, and he doesn't even get a 1. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep that Brad down for a 3 count. So far, Brad only losing to submissions. But Big Willie, look at this. Look at him wrap this one up. Running powerbomb. Running powerbomb. Already. And Brad's in trouble. Into the cover. No rope breaks here, and it's a 2 count.
Very nice.
Big Willie steamrolling out the gate. And all his matches, he tries to get them done quickly. He just tries to dismantle his opponent and wrap up the count with that big running power slam. Running power bomb. And now a deadlift power bomb as well. Brad is in serious trouble here. He needs to fight on. When the running power bomb comes out, it's not long before the match wraps up. But look at Brad continuing to fight on here. And there's an elbow to the top of the head. And rolling out of the ring here. Brad's got him running. That's what he needs. Catching him off guard, catching him by surprise. And remember, these guys can be out here for as long as they like. It's Extreme Rules here tonight. And who can get the job done? Oh, look at that, catching the leg there, but being pushed away by Big Willie. And now these two are going to trade fists before being just tossed over the ring and crashing just into the stairs there, if you saw that, right in the corner. And these two, no surprise, bringing out the big moves as quickly as possible, but Big Willie able to keep control so far in this matchup and tossing him into the steel steps. And this one could escalate out of control with a single weapon being brought into play. And as soon as I say that right on cue, out comes a chair and right across the back. No. He manages to roll out of harm's way of the chair. And now look at this, planting the chair down. Oh dear. What's he thinking instead? Using the barricades to just ram him into it. And Brad really, really struggling. I've never seen Brad struggle so much out of a gate in a match. Even in the submission matches against King Sam, he's had the early control, but just couldn't capitalize. Look at that. Using his weight to his advantage there, stomping him down. And Big Willie knows he's in control. To the middle rope. Looking to fly, and look at the pressure right on the top of the neck. Did you see where he landed? Brad in a lot of trouble. There's the running knee. The relentless offense of Big Willie. And Brad's in trouble. Look at this. Lifting him up, tossing him across the ring. Brad needs to do something here. He's just being relentlessly beaten down, not even given a second to breathe. Big Willie doing whatever it takes to retain the television championship. Looking for the running powerbomb again. Connects and his head ricochets off the ropes. And that's surely going to do it. Big Willie retains. Jesus Christ. What a display again from Big Willie, who retains the title for his 4th consecutive attempt. And this man is almost unbeatable when the title is on the line. Jesus Christ, came straight out the gate with the big moves. Running power slam #1, couldn't keep Brad down. It took a hell of a lot more beating down to keep him down, but the running knee, and then it was the running power slam once again that takes down original Brad. And the title is successfully defended once again by Big Willie, who retains the television championship again in a battle of 2 giants. It was this giant that came out on top, and Brad just wasn't ready for what was ahead of him. Big Willie knocks off and destroys another big opponent, but the question is, who's next to step up to the plate and try and slay the giant that is Big Willie? It's time for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude Wolfpac in the Outback 2, it is Wolfpac versus the Cotterrells 2, and this is the match which came literally out of nowhere. It was literally 2 weeks ago that this lead man of the Cotterrells, Travis Cotterrell, was of course with the Wolfpac. It came out of nowhere on the day of his wedding to Abby Cotterrell, who will be joining the women's division out of curiosity, but wasn't any spot for her on the match tonight. We already had one Cotterrell in that matchup. But Travis, ambushed by the Wolfpac, who have said he served his purpose for them and he was no longer needed. And so he brought some backup and challenged them to a match. The rematch of the Cotterrells versus the Wolfpac. Not quite the way they were before. Brett and Max, of course, usually coming out in psychotic clothing, in chains, and ready to inflict massive harm. But tonight, suited and booted, finally making the most of their inherited money, of course, from being the brother of Travis. And Travis trying to spin the tide here for his team. Remember, this match isn't just a traditional match, it's the tornado tag, 1 fall to the finish, no countouts or disqualifications. This match is going to be hectic from start to the absolute finish. And the Wolfpac, the current World Heavyweight and Tag Team Champions. The Wolfpac era is in full force. The Wolfpac are stronger than they have ever been before. And tonight, hoping to continue their strength, here comes King Sam in all gold with the gold. The World Heavyweight Champion leading him down to the ring. And we'll be looking to push on for more challenges later down the line for those titles. We already know that the Chaos Twins are the next ones in line to take on the Wolfpac after their win earlier on tonight against the Vikings of Destiny. But the Tag Team Champions and the World Heavyweight Champions tonight with a huge task here in their own main event, in their own show. That should say all you need to know. The Wolfpac era is in full force. They're so dominant, even after the failure of Wolfpac in the Outback 1, Wolfpac in the Outback 2 has come along, and it has been already quite considerably a better show than it was in the past. But for Wolfpac in the Outback, this is going to be embarrassing if the Wolfpac cannot pick up the victory here tonight. They hold every title in the business, bar the television championship, and that was even controlled by them at one point when Travis held the title. But for the Wolfpac, they finally did everything they've ever wanted. All they've ever wanted to achieve and more has been achieved. And tonight, they are celebrating themselves. The time is now for the Cotterrells to prove themselves in this tornado tag match. 1 fall to the finish. Can the Cotterrells get revenge for last time? Or will they reign, or will the Wolfpac reign supreme again? This match straight underway, and straight away, David's going to go for an object. He wasted no time before bringing in the baseball bat. And look at this, going straight, oh look at this, he caught Sam, and Travis managed to just throw him in the way right at the last second, and look at this, already chaos reigning away in this matchup. Extreme Rule style, 1 fall to the finish, and straight away everyone's working away on each other, and look at this, the Cotterrells, I think, are being quite tactical here. I think it was obvious what matchups we were expecting. We were expecting David and Steve. No, we were expecting David and Brett to face off. We were expecting Steve and Max to face off, which they are living up to. But wisely, the Cotterrells have shaped it up because now Travis is taking on David. And Sam now having to deal with Big Brett. But right now, the Cotterrells only winning one of those matchups, and that's David on Max. And of course, it's a quite a size mismatch, but it's also the speed mismatch in favor of Max. And the Cotterrells have come up with a strategy clearly straight out the gate here. But the Wolfpac coming out with their strategies of their own. And look at this, to the outside. Oh, look at this. Sam eager to go after Travis here, who's going to get caught taunting and crashed into the steel steps. Meanwhile, in the ring, Steve with a DDT finally getting control. And now all of a sudden, all of the Wolfpac in control here And it looks like we're going to get the matchups that we wanted to see. David and Brett charging towards each other. And now going to trade fists. And look at this. Brett trying to get the better of the powerhouse that is David. Oh, look at this. Oh, and a big slap by Sam on the in the corner. Meanwhile, in the ring, which is where you want to be in this match. I think this... no, this is false count anywhere. Mistake. It's 1 fall to the finish, though. The elimination would have just been too hectic and too much for the CPU's pathetic intelligence to even handle or comprehend. And a beautiful springboard there. Phoenix splash from the middle rope from Steven. And this has been a chaotic match so far. And it could only get worse with both the Cotterrells and the Wolfpac involved. A group feud that has been going forever, it feels like, ever since the trial era. But since then, the Wolfpac have become increasingly more powerful. Hold on a minute, we have a cover on the outside. Into the cover he goes. 2, who's got the cover though? It was Brett on David. And only gets a 2. But look and wrap him up. The Wolfpac might be able to do this. No, David with a counter and needs to keep the momentum alive there following that counter. And now might be able to. Went for the... Oh, looking for the package pile driver. Big counter by David. By Brett, sorry. So many people flying around doing stuff. I don't know what's going on. There's a standing moonsault by Max. And into the cover. Steve's now in trouble. 1, 2, and it's only a 2 count. And the Wolfpac are struggling here. The Cotterrells might have this. And now Travis might have Sam right where he wants him. The world champion's in trouble. Gut-wrench powerbomb. Gut-wrench powerbomb. And into the cover. No one in the Wolfpac ready to see him to make the stave. 2. No, it's only a 2. I thought Travis done it. I thought Travis had just kept down the world champion. And look at this. Now ready to make the save here is Steve. Taking down Travis. And look at this. There's the super kick. Great save by Steve. Oh, but look at this. Travis trying to fight on. Meanwhile, on the other side, David might be able to wrap this one up. He might be able to wrap this one up. None of the Cotterrells even near him. Look at this. Package pile driver on the outside. Oh, look at this. Trying to steal the cover on the inside with a roll-up and only gets a 1. And the package pile driver, but didn't go for the cover. He's gone for it now, and he might be able to. The Cotterrells in nowhere's land. Sam keeping them distracted. Have the Wolfpac done it? Yes, they have. They've done it again. And look at this. Travis and Max can't believe their eyes. The Wolfpac have done it again. Once again. Wolfpac in the Outback 2 with the exact same result. The Cotterrells once again fall short to the Wolfpac, who continue to reign dominant here. And what a chaotic match that was. And the gut-wrench powerbomb, which I thought had done the job, it just didn't do it. And the Wolfpac have done it again. David picking up the win, and Steve and Sam did very well to keep the Wolfpac, to keep the Cotterrells occupied in that one. That's going to conclude Wolfpac in the Outback, and once again a sight that not many people like seeing. The Wolfpac reign supreme again, and the question continues as they pick up another 6-man tag win. The question still remains: who is going to put an end to the Wolfpac era? That is going to conclude tonight's show. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show, and I will catch you lot in the next one.